Good morning, everyone. It is March 10th, and here is your morning news breakdown. As always, to all those who have become paid subscribers, thank you so much for supporting my work. If you want to become a paid subscriber to support my work, the easiest way to do so, click the button below and become a paid subscriber to my Substack, or you could send a one-time donation to support to Venmo Aaron Parnas. With that, let's just jump right into it. Overnight, Canada elected a new prime minister. Justin Trudeau is out, Mark Carney is in. And while Carney had some very choice words for the United States, saying, quote, a person who worships at the altar of Donald Trump will kneel before him, not stand up to him. These are dark days brought on by a country we can no longer trust, referring to the United States of America. My government, he further announced that will keep tariffs on until Americans show us respect. Now, speaking of tariffs, it's interesting. Despite the fact that Donald Trump removed tariffs on Canada, at least on USMCA goods until April 2nd, a number of tariffs still remain on the United States, including Doug Ford's electricity tariff on Michigan, Minnesota, and New York. That's a 25% tariff on electricity exports from Ontario to these areas. So it is still happening. In addition, stock market is not doing so hot this morning. Futures are down and the market is expected to fall even more today as a result of Donald Trump no longer ruling out that a recession in the United States is possible this year. Now remember, the economic outlook right now for the United States is not great. According to the Atlanta Fed GDP model, we're expecting a contracting of the federal government by up to 2.8% in the first quarter of 2025. Consumer confidence right now is at a 3-year low. The jobs report that came out last week was less than what economists had predicted, and unemployment rose to 4.1%. So, right now, the market is not doing so well, and there's a lot of uncertainty over Donald Trump's tariffs. Speaking about TikTok, Donald Trump announced that there are 4 potential buyers that he is working with to try to do a purchase of TikTok. However, with that being said, it's unclear whether or not a deal can be done in the next 3 weeks before the April 5th deadline. Trump has said repeatedly that if needed, he will extend that deadline. The buyers are unknown, but it's assuming some of the buyers include Mr. Beast, Microsoft, Oracle, Frank McCourt. We'll see who leads the pack eventually. In addition, Donald Trump said that the United States will likely soon be lifting all bans on intelligence and satellite sharing with the Ukrainians. He made this announcement on Air Force One. He's expected to go to Saudi Arabia, I believe, either this week or next week to continue negotiating some type of peace deal. But remember, Ukrainians have already died on the battlefield as a result of the United States stopping this intelligence sharing. And in addition, the Trump administration no longer just wants this minerals deal with Ukraine. It appears as though he wants something more. He wants President Zelensky to potentially resign, or Ukraine to give up significant territory, or for elections to be held. We'll see what happens. It's really unclear. We have some bad news for Elon Musk. Tesla sales in Europe are down in the dumps right now. According to latest reporting, Tesla sales are down 76% in Germany in the month of February. That's down from about 60% in the month of January. Only about 1,400 cars in total were sold in the month of February. Tesla sales are also down in France and Scandinavia as Tesla boycotts really become global. I mean, people are boycotting the brand, the car manufacturer, across the world in the United States and in Europe. In addition, the Trump administration is canceling 83% of all programs associated with USAID. According to Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he announced, quote, after a 6-week review, we are officially canceling 83% of programs at USAID. Today, China's retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports take effect. These are, remember, 15% tariffs on chicken, wheat, corn, and cotton, along with 10% tariffs on other agricultural products, including soybeans, pork, beef, aquatic products, fruit, vegetables, and dairy products. China also stopped lumber imports from the United States and launched an anti dumping investigation into some imports of American fiber optic products, and also placed 15 United States companies on its export control list, which bars Chinese companies from exporting dual use equipment to them. And finally, we are nearing a government shutdown in just 4 days. March 14th is the day the government will shut down if Congress does not pass what is called a continuing resolution, which is a budget bill that keeps the federal government open between now and September. House Republicans have put forth a budget bill that would see cuts to police grants, healthcare, environmental programs, in addition to toxic waste programs for veterans. It's unclear whether or not there is an appetite to vote on this. Democrats have already uniformly said they're not going to support this legislation because of the cuts. Well, House Republicans have to now get their house in order. We'll see what happens. I'll provide you updates throughout the week. As always, if you want to support my work, become a paid subscriber to my Substack today or send a one-time donation to Aaron Parnas on Venmo, and I will see you this evening for another update.